Craig Cipriano, President, MTA Bus Company, Senior Vice President, New York City Transit Bus. Good morning, everyone. So, throughout this pandemic, transit workers have kept this city moving, specifically bus operators. The bus system has carried more customers during this pandemic than any other mode of transportation. And we're really proud to say that if we can move our buses efficiently across the city, as we've done here, specifically on 14th Street, that customers will choose bus as the mode of choice. And we really worked hard. We did a lot of things on board our bus to make our customers and our bus operators feel safe. We went to rear door boarding early on. We eliminated cash. We disinfect our buses every single day so that customers feel safe when they're on board our bus. And we're going to do a lot more. Today, we're really excited to share with you our latest feature on board the bus, namely the new rider feature on the My MTA app. Now when customers come to their bus stop and they look at their smartphone, not only will they see how many minutes the bus is away, but they'll be able to see how many riders are on that bus. They'll be able to make choices on their mode of transportation based upon travel time and also based upon the way they want to social distance. They'll see minutes away as well as number of riders on board the bus. So it's a really exciting feature that we're excited about. Today I'm with Sunil Nair, Chief Technology Officer of Buses, who is going to explain this a little bit further. I really want to give a shout out to our strategy and customer experience team headed by Sarah Meyer. This was an in-house collaboration that came to fruition. Currently, about 40% of the buses across the city have the technology needed to deliver on this. And as we look ahead, we're going to be rolling this out further and further so that customers will have that information across the city. We're really excited about that. And I'd like to take a pause right there before I go any further to show a little video that we made just to describe to our customers how you go about using the app. Use the app, wear a mask, and most important, stay safe out there. So thanks. So that video will be available on the MTA website as well as on social media to help our customers navigate through the app. But knowing that, I could have done a better job on that video, we brought along today Sunil Nair, our Chief Tech Officer for Buses, who's going to give you a little bit more of a detail about how to use the app and how it came to fruition. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Sunil Nair, and I'll briefly take you through the technology that allows for the MTA to count in real time customers boarding and alighting our buses. Again, it's real time, so there is no lag here. As a bit of a background, I'm happy to mention that this is the first wide-scale deployment of real-time passenger counts on bus systems across the country. The count data from this sensor-based technology is transmitted via a cellular device on the buses that wirelessly communicates to an off-board server that apps like My MTA actually use to get the estimated passenger load on our buses. First, I'd like to touch a little bit on the technology itself. The system was designed, integrated, tested, and deployed by in-house staff, completely by in-house staff. So I think it's a great achievement on part of the MTA innovation team that we've had such a good set of engineers who have worked on this and managed to successfully deploy this. The system uses infrared beams for detection of the passengers at the doorbell. And the innovation that we did as part of this effort was to add an improvement that allows for the sensor to create what's called a 3D contour of the outline of the person at the doorway. The contour not only enables us to get more accurate counts on the buses, but it also allows us to differentiate between passengers, between children and passengers, between luggage, strollers, bicycles, and things like that. So the system is intelligent on the get-go. I will now demonstrate the use of the system on the Apple platform. The app has been deployed to the Apple platform as of last week, and you should be able to download it right from the Apple platform. The example that I'm going to show you is a simple one. A customer is waiting at a stop like this, at the M14 stop, and wants to find out the following, how far away their next bus is, the arrival time of the next bus, the number of people on the next bus. I think that last part is key. The number of people on the next bus allows our customers to make informed decisions on planning not just their time and trip, but it also allows them to make their decision regarding the comfort of their travel on the bus. So I thought that's such an important feature in these times. Now see, the set of steps itself is fairly simple, and I'll take you through the app so that you can see what the steps are. So on the screen right now, you should see the app, which is the My MTA app. The customer is at the location, at the bus stop. The customer is interested in the M15. This is the M15 route, and the customer is interested in the next buses on the M15 SBS. So the customer can search for the route, or the customer can just directly go to the M15 route. And the app shows you the northbound trip as well as the southbound trips. So the customer, this is the northbound stop, so we just go up to the northbound line, and right away you see the set of buses that's coming with all the information right there. So for example, at Allen Street and Grand Street, the bus is less than one stop away with 10 riders. At First Avenue and First Street, the bus is again less than one stop away with 21 riders. As you can see, there is a third bus at First Avenue and 28th. The bus is at the stop with 13 riders. So right there, it gives you a clear picture on the loading patterns of your bus, allowing you to make that informed decision on, should I get on the next bus or should I just wait because it's too crowded? I'm just going to wait for the next bus. So if I click on my stop, that's right here, which is First Avenue and 14th Street, it tells me that so right there you see there are three buses. There are three M15 buses that are coming up to this stop. The first bus is due at the stop in 3 minutes. It has 21 riders on the bus. You can see it right there. The second bus is due at the stop in 8 minutes, and it has 10 riders, and there is another bus in 20 minutes time. So the app is pretty simple. If the bus comes by in 3 minutes, we can actually check. We have done extensive testing to make sure that the app works fine, and we stand by the app, and the rider count has been accurate each and every time. So I think it's a fantastic one. I think you guys should use it, try it out, and let us know if there are any issues or problems with the app, and we'd be ready to correct it. That's really all I had at this time. Right. Sure. Tim says that we could do questions now, and as the bus comes, we can do another check to, sort of ascertain the number of riders on the bus. Thank you.
Any questions? Hey guys. Oh, I had a couple questions. One is, do you have any kind of set idea of what a packed bus would be under the terms of this app, or is that kind of up to each rider?
No, so I think what we said from the beginning is that social distancing on public transit is a real challenge. And that's why we've been having this dedicated push on all modes to make sure that we require masks. And as you know, yesterday we had a big Operation Mask with the mask force, and we're working specifically on the bus with our bridge and tunnel partners to have bridge and tunnel officers on. So no, there's no set threshold, but what we find valuable is that customers have the ability to see how many riders are on the bus and can make their own informed choices.
And then I actually had a couple questions about it was in the board books this week. You mentioned, or the board books mentioned, that bus speeds are declining a little bit as traffic comes back, things along those lines. I mean, is that a sign that the city has to kind of speed up its bus improvements that they have planned around everywhere, or have you talked to them about that?
Oh, sure. So, I think as I mentioned during this pandemic, the bus system has been, the mode of choice for most customers in New York City. Again, we're up to 1.2 million customers, about 57% of our pre-pandemic numbers, and we're right at about the same numbers that actually our subway system is carrying. And I think we've proven during the pandemic that if we can move the buses along, that customers will choose the bus. Again, we proved it right here on 14th Street with our first busway. We've been working hard over the last few weeks with working with the city to implement those 20 miles of bus lanes that we've committed on. I think in the near future, very shortly, we're going to see the first of those 20 miles right down here on the M14, and then we're going to expeditiously continue to roll that out. But there are a number of initiatives that we are continuing to work behind the scenes, namely our transit signal priority program. Unfortunately, right now the bus redesigns are on hold because of the incredible amount of public outreach required. But again, we put forth, again, with the city, a robust bus improvement plan that has been a little bit on pause, but we're looking forward to dive in, looking ahead to, to improve upon all those initiatives. We'll take a pause right here, if I may, just to see this. No, that was the SBS, right? That's a local, I'm sorry. I'm just going to take a pause, so just to check the bus and make sure that those riders are accurate.
Well, it says the next SBS bus has 23 riders. How many? 23.
23 riders. This is live test, possibly going to stage this. It says 23 riders. As soon as that bus comes in, we're going to count the riders. Dave, did you have another short question? You said we had two. Yeah. We've got the traffic light. Can you answer the traffic light, or it's going to take more time?
Oh no, that's fine.
Go ahead. Let's get that. Nope.
And I guess just Craig, are you worried at all that we're kind of wasting an opportunity to get all these bus upgrades in before traffic comes out? And again, regarding the declining speeds of the bus.
I'm sorry, can you say it one more time?
Are you worried that we've kind of wasted a little bit of an opportunity while traffic was gone to get a lot of these improvements in really quickly?
So, I think the pandemic put a lot on hold in regards to wasting an opportunity. Let's just pause here. Sorry, we're going to pause because the bus is here. Should be 23 riders on this bus. We're just going to take a quick look. Tim is going for the official count now.
I counted 20, but there were people coming
Okay.
to there, could be 3.
Okay. So we had 20 on that bus. So just to get back to the question, so I think a lot of work has been done over the last few months behind the scenes, as exemplified by today, the delivery of this My MTA app. We'll continue to work with the city in regards to putting forth more bus lanes. Our ABLE program is still we're still working with our vendors and still moving ahead with the bus lane enforcement program. So again, as we move ahead, we'll be working closely with New York City to implement all those initiatives that we had in our bus improvement plan. Yes.
So in the COVID-19 era, what is the ideal capacity? I mean, you're launching this app, this update, so people can have an idea if they want to take the next one because they want to be safe.
Sure.
But what is safe? What do you suggest, the riders, the guideline of how many passengers should be in a certain bus at a certain time where it's comfortable, safe for me to go into the bus?
So I think, to answer your question, the capacity of a bus is a personal choice. We're requiring all customers to wear masks. We have a robust communication campaign around that. In the near future, we'll be working with our bridge and tunnel officers, our Eagle team, to have presence on the bus to require masks. but I think it's a personal choice. But I think what's powerful about this new app is that we'll be providing riders the information when they're planning the trip, whether that be from home at their desktop or right here at the bus stop. They'll know the next bus, how many riders, the next bus after that, so they can make a personal choice whether they want to get on that bus if they're safe, or they feel comfortable, I should say, or whether they want to wait 2-3 minutes for the next.
So is there any guideline, specific guideline, that's how many riders should be at a certain time?
And
in a
no,
bus?
there's been no guidelines from the health department in that regards.
What sort of investment is the MTA making in this, and is this new technology?
In this technology specifically? So every new bus that's delivered in the capital program will come with the technology on board to provide this on the app. Furthermore, we have an internal program where we're adding passenger counters on buses as we move ahead. The one thing, though, to infuse a little bit of realism, as you know, the MTA's finances are very precarious. We're looking ahead tomorrow. The July financial plan will come out at the board. We are looking for money from the federal government. There's a multi-billion-dollar budget gap. So to the extent that impacts this and other programs, we'll make further announcements.
You're hoping to implement this in, the whole fleet, and so far I think it's 40%. Can you give us a timeline more or less?
Sure. So right now we have, like I said, 40%. Every new bus in the capital plan will come with passenger counters. And again, we have a robust plan to do retrofits internally. But again, some of that is challenged by the precarious financial situation that the MTA is in. And we're really hopeful that the federal government steps up and comes to the rescue with a financial package to help us moving ahead.
Can you explain that technology again? How is it that it's so precise in terms of counting the number of riders?
Say that
Why
again.
so accurate in terms of
it's so
the
accurate?
technology? Yeah.
Sure, and I'll help let Sunil help a little bit. But basically, on board the bus, there's a camera that's looking at each of the door, and the camera uses 3D contour technology that's counting the on and offs. And I think, as Sunil said in his remarks, it knows the difference between a person and a person with a stroller or a person with a shopping cart, and that information is sent from the bus through the cell modem to the cloud, and then it's consumed by the app, the My MTA app and others. But for more technical, Sunil, if you want to.
No, I think you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the way that works.
Can you give us feedback every time you make an announcement like this? Not too long ago was about, the subway system. Do people immediately start downloading the app, and you get more users, taking advantage of this tool?
Yeah. So we've seen customers immediately when we do these press events or press release, or those customers that are signed up for the My MTA alerts, they see these things. And a beautiful feature about the My MTA app is that if you're already using it, you get an automatic download now. So now your My MTA app yesterday would just show you minutes away. Today you're all of a sudden going to see the number of riders besides that.
All right, everybody. We've got bus coming in about 3 minutes. Supposed to have 13 That's one. All the ride the buses, download the app, check it out. And bring you there.
17.
Thank you.
Okay.
How many is it now?
It has 17.
17.
17. So it's updated. Up to the next got on it last time. So now it's 17. We'll see what it is next year. All right?
Less than one stop away.
It's supposed to be 17.
Yep, that's 17. Yep.
Okay, so just step back a second.
All right, for folks watching the live stream, we've got an M15 SBS bus that is one stop away. It is showing 17 riders. We're going to do an actual count. This updated from 13 riders 4 more people got on at the stop before this one, so then it changed from 13 to 17, and we're going to count it live here in the wild. As soon as that bus shows up, we're going to see exactly how many riders are on the bus, and we're going to let you know. So for the live stream folks, that's what's going on. Bus is approaching. All right, let's count these. All right, just to report to the live stream audience, this bus came in, we're supposed to have 17 riders. We counted 13 on the bus. 1 got off the middle door, 3 got off the rear door, so 13 plus 4, 17 riders. That's exactly how many were on that bus. That's what the app had said. All right, that's the end of our live stream production. Thanks everybody for watching.